All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Eagle Sports Zone. We are now joined by our special guest, the legendary Mr. Ricardo Mannetti. Coach, can you hear me this evening?
I can hear you. Thanks for having me, and hi to all your listeners.
Yes, thank you very much for making time for us today. So let's get right into it. Tell us about, as the Ongos Sporting Director, tell us about how it feels for the ladies to pick up the league title yesterday evening.
It was, I think, the first time in the history of the Super League, the Women's Super League, that it was this tight. We, at one stage, I think a couple of weekends ago, we went on top, and then we drew a match and dropped 2 points, and then Mighty Ongos Ladies went back on top. So the past 2 weekends was very, very stressful, and at times we thought that are we going to do enough? But it was in our hands to do what we were supposed to do, and that is to win our game against Julinho Athletics. And we did just that, beating them 3-0. But obviously, it also depended on the result at the Independence Stadium. And when we heard that it was 0-0 at halftime, the belief grew, and everyone was like, okay, no, we can do it. Like, let's continue. Let's just win our game, and then the rest will be taken care of by Windhoek City, and they performed very well to keep the score 0-0, and that worked in our favor. But overall, wonderful, stressful year, I must say, stressful season for the girls. And I have to mention that prior to us taking over from Tura Magic, the girls' team has been winning the leagues prior to that. So they used to winning. They have the championship mentality. And I must give props to Mighty Ongos Ladies that were giving us a run for our money. Last season they won the league. And we had to wake up and say, no, we need to get it back.
And, winning a league is not something that's done, in one weekend. It takes weeks and weeks of hard work. Talk to us about what you've seen from the ladies throughout the season, some strong points or maybe even surprises that you saw throughout the season.
So we worked on our weaknesses after losing out the previous season. And we asked uncomfortable questions. Are we good enough to retain the league? And myself and the technical team, we sat down and we discussed, intents, and I told the technical team that whoever wins in the transfer market during the off season, that will determine whether you will win the league. And my technical team, with Coach Sharma, that was still heading the department in terms of scouting, brought in young, energetic girls in, talented girls came in. I think we signed about 4 or 5 of new, fresh blood, and then we mixed the fresh blood with the experienced players like your Yvonne Cooper, your Emmas, and your Lovisas and all that, and that mixture really paid off. So I have to give kudos and credit to the coach and his technical team for the scouting that went spot on.
Excellent. And Coach, earlier you talked about how tight this season has been. In your time since you become the sporting director over at Ongos, and maybe even before that, talk to us about the growth of women's football from your perspective. How has it grown over the last, let's say, 5-10 years?
So previously, if you had to watch a game, and you would get scores like 15-0, 18-0, 10-0. It was really at that level. And in the past 5 years, I have to say that, kudos to everyone in the women's Super League, the coaches, the administrators, all of them. They really worked hard to really narrow the gap, to say that, all right, FC Ongos Ladies is up there. How do we catch up? How do we narrow that gap? And they really did a good job in the past 5 years. I mean, now you can get score lines like 3-2, 2-1, 1-0. I mean, we had a lot of games that we won 1-0, and that was not in our culture previously. We would walk over teams and give them 3, 4, 5 at times, but there was the competition became so tight that if you play any team, if you play Ongos Ladies, you would find that it's not going to be a walk in the park. If you play Union Bokkies, not going to be a walk in the park. And I think everyone worked so hard, coaches, administrators, and even the association, the women's desk, to make sure that that gap get narrowed. So to win this year makes it extra special because it was not a walk in the park like before. It was the teams really came at us. They make us work hard. We had to go into our tactics. We had to train harder. We had to, I mentioned about scouting. We had to scout better, and our formations. We constantly had to adjust here and there according to the opponent that we're going to play. So it was definitely not easy, and it just makes it this victory makes it just extra special.
100%. Thank you very much for that insight. And my last question for you today, Coach, is if you can talk to us a bit about the overall Ongos sporting project in the time that you've been there. What are some positives you can share with us in regard to the project?
So basically, I was brought in as sporting director, and that the term. There's also a football director or director of football for the clubs that are not really having other sport coach. So we have a ladies basketball team, the Ongos Shooting Stars. We have youth teams like what we call the academies. We have the men's team. We have the ladies team. So the idea is to say that how do we grow? How do we become the biggest sports club this side of the western suburbs? So let's say for us from Windhoek, this side of the western bypass. So that includes Kommersdal, Karatura, Okuriangava, all the way Havana. How do you become the best sports club? And I was tasked with that to push that specific brand, this new brand, this new fresh, a new look, to say that look Karatura, look Kommersdal, look Havana, everyone. This is a brand. It's the magic of Karatura. This could be your new brand, and adopt this brand and love this brand, and also this brand is attached to the development at Ongos Valley itself. So all round, it's a very huge project. But what I want to tell the listeners is that we don't just believe in winning. It's not just for us. We are done now. We've won the league. For us, it's to really infiltrate and go deep into where we are from, and we are from the western suburbs, and we want a young player, a young girl, the girl child, to say that no, this brand, I love this brand, how they do things, the professionalism of it, what they stand for, how they go about their business. That is for us very, very important, and not just the one department of saying that we've won another league title, or we're going to win this league title. That's the cherry on the cake. But we want to concentrate on, if I can put it like this now, we want to concentrate on the cake and make that cake admirable, make the brand look good, that you want to be part of this brand, and we want the brand to work for the people of the western suburbs.
100%. That's fantastic to hear. And, it's very visible to see the good work that you guys are doing over at Ongos.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and thank you very much for making time for us today. Is there anything else you'd like to share with the listeners before I let you go?
Yeah, obviously, what this also means to us is we know that Ongos is also having projects in Zambia. We're having projects in South Africa as well. So our aim every year is not only to just win the league. Our aim is to get into Africa and let sports be the vehicle that we take into the region. so that if we have business in Zambia and the Champions League gets played there, that is massive for the Ongos brand holistically. If we play in South Africa with the Champions League, that means a lot for the Ongos brand, and not only for the club, but for the entire company.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward this time around. Winning the league with the ladies is like we're going to the Champions League, and we want to push our brand further into the COSAFA region.